No matter how old you are, 50, 60, or 70, one truth remains. Money either works for you. Most people work tirelessly, decades passing, only to find that money commands them rather than serving their goals. Consider this. 7 out of 10 Americans at retirement age rely on Social Security primarily for income support. That is a reality that could have been different if these principles were understood and consistently applied. Financial freedom is not reserved for the young, the privileged, or those born into wealth or opportunity. It is a skill, a strategy, a disciplined practice, and most importantly, a deliberate daily decision to act. In this guide, I will share 7 proven strategies that brought me peace and control in turbulent times. These strategies are timeless, applicable at any age, and provide real power over your financial and personal life. By the end, we will build a practical, personal financial plan for this week, actionable immediately. Start by asking yourself a question. Do you control your money, or does it control your daily choices? When I was young, I believed a stable job, insurance, and a pension guaranteed safety and comfort. 40 years of work, 40 hours per week, leaves most people with barely 40% of the needed security. That was the illusion I chased until a mentor revealed the truth about real financial well-being. It does not matter how much you earn. What matters is how intentionally you manage, invest, and preserve. I remember my first meeting with Earl Schoaf. He asked, "Jim, have you saved even 10 cents per dollar?" I said, "No, I haven't." And he smiled, saying, "Then that is where we will begin your journey." That was the first principle. Start managing even a little if you want to have more over time. I was 25, completely broke, indebted, and lacking direction. Yet financial literacy began transforming my life immediately. Wealth does not appear by accident. It is the natural outcome of disciplined habits and consistent mindset application. Many people believe financial success is about increasing income alone, but true wealth arises from disciplined choices. You can earn $1 million and squander it in a single year, or preserve a modest income. I've met people earning very little but living in freedom because they invested in knowledge and avoided debt. They delayed gratification, built slowly, and created systems that generated compounding wealth over time, step by step. Age is irrelevant. What matters is the decision you make today to take control of your financial path. A man once told me, "Jim, I'm 60. It's too late to start anything meaningful financially now." I replied, "When is the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. The next best time is today." Financial freedom begins the moment you decide to act, not when circumstances become perfect or convenient. Taking responsibility for your money today transforms fear into confidence, scarcity into abundance, and uncertainty into practical wisdom. The 7 strategies I will share are proven, not theoretical. They are principles observed over thousands of real lives. Strategy 1. Learn to live on 70% of your income, reserving the rest for investment, growth, and giving. At first, it seems impossible, especially if income feels barely enough to meet daily obligations and basic needs. Earl Schoaf taught me, if you cannot live on 90% of your income, you'll never manage 1,000. Living on less than you earn is not deprivation, it is mastery over your financial decisions, empowering choice and freedom. Divide the remaining 30% wisely. 10% for investing in yourself, 10% for capital growth, and 10% for giving. Giving creates abundance, reinforcing the mindset that wealth is not hoarded but circulated for long-term personal and social gain. Strategy 2. Save and grow. Money idle in a drawer is not wealth, it is potential waiting to be realized. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. Automatic saving ensures consistency and removes emotional negotiation from decisions. I remember an unexpected bill hitting me hard, and I vowed never to let money control my life again. Automated saving is non-negotiable. It becomes a habit, as essential as brushing your teeth, executed without thought or delay. Strategy 3, study money like your life depends on it, because in reality, it truly does at every stage. Schools do not teach compound interest, investing principles, or the dangers of credit cards. Knowledge is the greatest defense. Financial literacy allows you to avoid victimhood, make informed decisions, and seize opportunities others overlook or misunderstand entirely. Learn at any age, even in your 50s, 60s, or 70s. One new principle per week transforms long-term outcomes. Ask yourself daily, if every dollar were a worker, are you giving it purpose or letting it squander aimlessly? Money is like an army. Disciplined, deliberate, and trained, it generates results. Undisciplined, it rebels, wasting time and opportunity. The first 3 strategies, live below means, invest in knowledge, delay gratification, and build assets, form the foundation of sustainable financial independence. Strategy 4, plan your money before it leaves your hands, assigning purpose to every dollar consciously and deliberately. Without a plan, money will disappear into habits, emotions, and unproductive spending, rather than advancing goals or building assets. A monthly financial plan need not be complex. List income, essential expenses, discretionary items, and allocate surplus towards investments. Even unstable income requires planning. A minimal projection and survival baseline allows flexibility while instilling control and discipline consistently. Financial freedom begins with a notebook, a pen, and a habit of taking accountability for each month's cash flow. Strategy 5, create assets, not just save money. Money alone cannot generate freedom without productive application over time. An asset is anything producing income or value independently. Skills, intellectual property, businesses, or investments, compounding wealth beyond labor. At any age, experience becomes an asset when structured properly, creating streams of income from knowledge, skills, and networks. Many fear investing due to risk, but the greater risk is doing nothing, as inflation steadily erodes uninvested savings. Small, deliberate investments in knowledge, skill, or financial instruments multiply over time, transforming modest income into sustainable wealth. Strategy 6, keep personal financial records meticulously. Awareness and tracking are prerequisites to true financial control and peace. Blind spending masquerades as freedom, yet without records, you cannot see where money leaks or habits undermine your goals. Recording income and expenses exposes hidden patterns, strengthens accountability, and transforms reactive behavior into deliberate, proactive financial leadership. Control brings confidence. Confidence produces wise decisions, improved opportunities, and long-term financial stability. Tracking is your financial mirror. Strategy 7, think in terms of legacy. Asking not how much will I earn, but what will I leave. Legacy is about instilling habits, values, and systems in others, ensuring your principles and knowledge outlive mere monetary wealth. Even without vast wealth, disciplined planning, savings habits, and financial literacy create an enduring impact on family and community. Children observe behavior more than receive money. Modeling prudent financial decisions leaves a long-lasting legacy beyond any bank balance. The principles of living below means, investing in knowledge, delaying gratification, and building assets transmit financial culture effectively. True wealth lies not in accumulation, but in control, education, discipline, and the ability to generate value over time. Assess yourself across 10 areas: expense management, automated saving, literacy, planning, asset creation, emergency preparedness, debt control, communication, and legacy building. Rate yourself honestly. Identify weaknesses and focus on improving one area at a time, creating meaningful, actionable change immediately. Small, consistent actions compound like money. Saving $5 daily, reading 20 minutes, or tracking every expense transform long-term outcomes. Knowledge without action remains potential. Only deliberate, disciplined action converts information into real financial freedom and personal empowerment. Reflection, assessment, and daily application separate those who remain stagnant from those who achieve independence and mastery over money. Financial well-being is not a number, event, or luck. It is a lifestyle, a consistent practice of smart decisions every day. Success is defined by choices, discipline, responsibility, and the ability to plan, invest, and build assets